Hello. Do you find yourself getting angry, perhaps often, and regretting it afterwards and wishing that you'd reacted or responded to somebody or some situation in a much better, much calmer way? Or maybe you know somebody who gets angry and you'd like to get a clearer understanding of what's going on there. You know, we all get angry sometimes. That's just human nature. But if anger is getting in the way of your happiness, getting in the way of your relationships, causing problems for you, it's really worth exploring what's going on there and actually what can you do to change that. The first thing to know is that anger is actually what we call a secondary emotion. That means that other emotions happen and they trigger anger. The anger is a kind of a reaction to them. And you know that feeling of anger, that trigger, don't you? Because when you feel angry, it kind of rushes up in your body. It's like you can really feel the energy of it. And it comes up really fast, quite often, doesn't it? And actually, what are those other emotions that trigger our anger? Well, quite often they're things like humiliation or hurt or rejection or frustration and other emotions. But those types of emotions, they trigger the anger, and quite often we're aware of the anger, but we're not aware that we felt the other emotions. The trick is to get really good at checking in with your emotions on a regular basis, on a daily basis, when you're feeling calm and you're just observing yourself. To check in and ask yourself the question, what am I feeling right now? That could be a happy feeling, a sad feeling, an intense feeling. It could be, I don't know what I'm feeling. But actually to be able to check in and ask yourself that question. Because as you do that, you'll become better and better and better at being able to identify what you're feeling quite quickly. And then when you feel angry, you'll be able to feel it welling up and you'll be able to check in and say, what is this? What's happening for me? What's triggering this anger? When you can do that, it's fantastic because you can pause the anger and you can actually acknowledge to yourself, actually, I feel a bit maybe humiliated about something somebody said, or a bit hurt, or I'm frustrated because I can't get something to work, or whatever it is. You can actually pause at that point before the anger takes control of you. And it also means that you can talk to the other person if there's somebody involved in this situation and say, you know, when you say that thing, I'm aware that I kind of feel a bit humiliated and that sort of leads me to getting angry, and I understand it better now. So that the other person has an opportunity to, maybe you can have a conversation, maybe you can explore that, maybe that person can understand that that thing, while they may not mean any harm by it, it triggers you. And if you're watching this and it's somebody in your life who is angry, it's a really good and helpful thing to get in a habit of saying to them regularly on a daily basis, how are you feeling right now? What does that make you feel? How do you feel about that? And maybe tell them that you're going to do that so it doesn't come across as being strange. But just notice feelings, whether you're the angry person or the person who wants to understand an angry person better, is to just really get good at feelings, check in with those feelings on a regular basis, and then you can halt the anger before it gets out of control. I will say, before I finish this, that if there is somebody angry in your life and you feel that you're in an abusive situation, it's not for you to manage their anger for them. It's for you to get support from somebody else. But in a general sense, I just wanted to share with you today about anger, what it really is, and how we can kind of dig into it and find ways to manage it much, much better. So if you found this video helpful, please do hit the thumbs up button, the like button below, because it means that more people will see the video. And that means that you're helping me to help more people, which is so cool and fantastic. So thank you. And do hit the subscribe button. I love making these videos and I can't wait to get back and make the next one for you. But I'll say goodbye for now.